Seems we're in game at perfect time for the music. I lied.
And
the music is still strong and loud.
And proud.
I'm gonna go ahead and fix up these scoreboards.
One day we will actually get the teams to line up properly on the first try. But
that would just be silly.
You know, for this, you'd need to have everyone have every single champion, which, as a student, you don't have as much time to do that. The lies I tell myself.
I want to go ahead and talk about this bot lane on Concordia's side real quick. It seems Jinx is going to take Barrier and Flash and not heal because Janna is going to be taking heal. So they do not have an exhaust for the Syndra or the Kassadin. They could be doing quite a bit of damage. So hopefully they won't be in need of that. But
my guess is they are expecting the Ezreal Leona of Harvard to be very aggressive, especially once they hit level 2, possibly then up to level 6, which is when Leona shines, once she gets her ultimate, but she is very strong in lane once she gets her Shield Bash and her Sun Lance.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that, guys. I need to learn the abilities.
League is hard.
And Concordia going for an early game invade.
Leona getting a little bit too antsy to go in there. Team not quite ready to follow up. Looks like it's just going to be a poke fest. They're both probably going to go ahead and back off and go ahead and base, get some deep wards in. Seems nothing much is going to happen out of this aside from a couple of wards, which is very, very useful. Kassadin and Malphite gonna go ahead and start running up to the top lanes. Looks like the invade is done. No one burning any summoner spells.
It is game 3, you know, so both teams wanting to win this, probably playing a little bit safer early on, not going all out for that kill or flash kill.
Very true. Looks like Lee Sin gonna go ahead and start Grump, and Nocturne gonna start the double golems. Go ahead and start clearing out their jungles. Looks like the Jinx Janna gonna be pushing in on the Leona Ezreal. Gonna hit level 2 before them, possibly try to make a play. Or at least keep a little bit of pressure off themselves, knowing that Leona won't be getting her Lance and gonna be going in for the all-in. Top lane seems like Kassadin is just going to get a little bit of harass out on Malphite. Malphite leading the CS department just a little bit, but not much to brag about. Syndra go ahead and get a lot of punishment on Ahri for taking that cannon minion.
Leona engages, but nothing comes out of it.
Malphite gonna fight in a
top
big...
lane seems to be pretty even, with PvE coming right behind them. South Korea...
Flash is burned. Nocturne gonna go ahead and block
and
South Korea's Q with his W, and just gonna go ahead and burn Kassadin's Flash, and that'll be a successful gank.
Successful gank and counter gank. Or unsuccessful if you look at it the other way. Both top laners starting with Flask, obviously wanting to poke each other, but stay in lane for as long as possible. Worthy of note, both of them have teleport as well, so we are going to probably see some very good teleport ganks.
Looks like Concordia down in bot lane pushing in the Ezreal Leona. Pretty far with no wards. Janna just not getting some wards in. Lee Sin at base. Looks like he is coming right down towards the bot lane to get the lane gank off. Possibly going to go ahead and get his Wolves and Grump. But that is all speculation. He could go ahead and just change it up and go top lane since Malphite is also pushing, but...
Meanwhile, mid lane is just a very passive farm fest.
Ahri actually doesn't have any health pots left. Kassan taking a lot of damage from Malphite auto attacks and all of the minions, but
Concordia
back to mid lane.
Very high up in bot lane.
Absolutely. Oh, Leona's gonna go ahead and go in. Nice shield onto Janna. Lee Sin coming in, missing the Q. Gonna go ahead and go in. Burning exhaust. Looks like nothing's gonna come out of this gank either, except Harvard had to use exhaust on Jinx, so she
Nocturne
wouldn't
is
pick up
coming
the
in
kill.
Mid lane. Clipping. Syndra.
Gonna go ahead and get that off the charm.
The charm. Ignite. First blood. Ahri. First blood. Concordia.
Beautiful gank. Looks like Kassan's gonna go ahead and keep harassing out this Malphite, who's used up all of his flash spots. Pretty low on mana. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and base. Might use teleport to get back into lane a little faster since it is kind of early. Might save it till he hits level 6 for a teleport gank somewhere. Let's see what he decides to do. Looks like he's going to get a Chalice for some MR mana regen, and he's just gonna hike on up to top lane, save his teleport. Wise decision. Casted and using all of his health pods and all of his flash pods. Gonna get a little bit of a CS lead, push all that wave into the turret, hopefully make Malphite miss some CS. Alright, went ahead and based, bought a Fiendish Codex, one Dorn's Ring and boots, couple of wards. Looks like she is looking pretty well for herself in mid lane.
6 minutes, well, close to 7 minutes in, and Concordia is 500 gold up thanks to that first blood. Syndra warding right behind the blue side red buff. Pink. Wanting to make sure that there are no roams by Ahri. Don't think I've seen Lee Sin do very much other than counter gank at the moment. Pretty content farming. Even though he is slightly behind Nocturne, who got an assist on the kill in the mid lane.
Looks like he is going to go ahead and
Worthy
maybe
of note,
try to kill these Scuttle
Worthy
Crab.
of note, Jinx is 20 CS ahead of Ezreal. So
That is a big deficit.
Especially early on in the game. It shows that pushing early on in the game is actually beneficial for Concordia's bot lane.
Alright, looks like she's gonna go ahead and ult in, land her charm, miss her Q.
But Syndra used the flash.
So, very nice. Q possibly could have pushed Syndra out of lane, but Lee Sin gonna go ahead and give Syndra this blue buff.
Kassadin has a Catalyst versus a Chalice for Malphite. Both of them seem to be wanting to go heavy sustain and high health eventually.
Kassim gonna go ahead and max up his E for the wave clear so he can keep up for Malphite so he won't get pushed in, and keep his shield up just slightly, just so that he can go ahead and block all the Malphite Qs and Es whenever they go in. Meanwhile, bot lane, Jinx just gonna go ahead and start pushing out Leona, giving her a bit of punishment while Ezreal isn't there. Already landing a nice Q onto Syndra. Seems Malphite went ahead and ultied in onto Kassadin. Bad mistake as a Nocturne flew over in with his paranoia, got amazing mushrooms taken down, gave the kill over to Malphite, probably going to give him a little bit of a lead in lane.
That will probably... Yeah, Amazing Mushrooms will probably have nightmares for the rest of the game.
Looks like Lee Sin going to land that kick, dash away. Possibly bad call, great ult flash. Looks like the turret isn't going to hit him, however. Super Mega Death Rocket coming in, taking out Ezreal. Cassian
4-0
looks like he's
Concordia.
gonna chase.
3,000 gold
No.
They
Gotta
get
go
the
ahead and
bottom
get that
lane
turret.
and they're chasing for the Leona. Leona's
Looks
sword
like they're-
flare doesn't do anything. Jinx gets the kill. Goodbye.
Meanwhile, at mid lane, Ahri and Syndra going at it again. Ahri went in, burned her Ignite. Looks like Syndra didn't have an answer as she still has her Ignite Summoner spell up. Looking like that first blood really put a damper on mid lane. Alright, gonna go ahead and push this to turret, force Lee Sin to come out and get this farm, show himself. Gonna go ahead and try to stop the back, but Alright, gonna move anyways. Try to land a charm and just get minor harass.
Kassadin rift walking to get closer to Malphite, but the turret stops him from going any further.
One thing I'd like to note is that top lane does not have many wards on either side. They have one pink for Amazing Shrooms and Tri-Brush, but looks like with that Nocturne he could still get off quite a far range Paranoia and gank up at the lane if he needed to. But in Ganks We Trust, just not warding, letting Lee Sin just come right in, and he has no idea. Amazing Shrooms baiting this quite well. Lee Sin gonna land the Q. Will he go in?
Up.
Yes!
He does. Are they going to chase him under?
Ooh, great jump! Gonna go ahead and dodge out that Malphite ult, and Casting gonna go ahead and grab that kill.
I guess like his name, he really trusts the ganks of his jungler, but if it's not there, he can't trust anything.
Looks like Ezreal gonna go ahead and ulti in with Leona's Solar Flare. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the exhaust onto Jinx. Jinx is kiting back. Looks like they're just gonna trade on some damage.
Because Ezreal never attacked anything during the downtime on Jinx when she was stunned.
No, he did not. Looks like they were a little bit of miscommunication. Leona wanted to go in, Ezreal needing to go back because he had a lack of mana. Let's see, Jinx's Super Mega Death Rocket gonna miss! Very nicely played. He will gonna go ahead and save Leona as it gives her that movement speed buff just enough so she can dodge it. And they're just gonna push down onto this turret.
Nothing seems to be going this game.
Oh, Nocturne Paranoia looks like he's gonna go pretty deep. Janna picks it up with the tornado. Looks like Leona is gonna live.
Really
Lee Sin might get Jinx. Yes, he will. Gonna take out Nocturne. No, Leona's gonna take Nocturne with the help of the turret. Gonna go ahead and give that kill over to Syndra, who had to flash over the wall to escape the Ahri. And Ahri not gonna go in on there. Wise decision. As there was a Lee Sin and a Syndra. Top lane looking pretty tame. Kassadin pushing in. Looks like he has a bit more damage than Malphite.
And gold-wise, Kassadin is only 200 gold up, so it's a very even lane top lane.
It is a very even lane. The only difference that I can see is that Malphite went ahead and got his Sword Shoes, which doesn't actually help him kill minions in lane. It actually just puts more damage onto the person, giving them a little bit less MR. Gonna go ahead and get some pin in there, but mainly for harass, looking so he can escape in case any ganks come out with the boots for Lee Sin. Gonna go ahead and be able to run away from Cassadin's Rift Walk, a little bit more of a survivability buy than anything else. Kassadin got ahead and got that Rod of Ages. If we look at the items, Lee Sin went ahead and got the Sightstone. Looks like he wants to get some vision down. Leona, however, getting caught. Looks like she's going to take a lot of harass. Might go down here. Nocturne doesn't have Paranoia. That was a little bit late of an ulti, but looks like Nocturne went ahead and got it. Looks like Concordia gonna go ahead and pick up this dragon, uncontested.
First dragon of the game, 14 minutes. Very late dragon nowadays, because you want to start getting those dragon buffs.
So Ahri's gonna ult in, miss her charm, miss her Q, but the entire team is there. Malphite gonna ulti in, and Nocturne gonna take it with the Q as Kassadin is pushing up top lane. Concordia is pushing down mid.
I was about to say, someone call an ambulance. That Syndra got wrecked.
The shield on the second tier turret looking quite useful as it is going to block out a bit of damage. Leaston still getting hit by that charm. Q landing onto Cassidy. Cassidy has his second whiff. Gonna be his third rift walk. No! Too long on the cooldown and the fear is proving too much. Concordia pushing it down mid. Gonna go ahead and get down that turret. Looking like a strong game for them.
And they are now 5.5k gold up. 3 turrets to 0. Very strong showing from in games 2 and 3 from Concordia. Everything seems to be going their way.
Ooh, Syndra with a great stun. Leona hitting that ultimate. Looks like Janna might get away. No, the flash E from Leona. Little too
Forcing
hard
Janna
to
to flash, but not use her ultimate, which is very good for Concordia. Slurpee being cut out. Not sure he should have been over there. Has the help of his team, but he is dead. Syndra using her many orbs to get Malphite down. Nocturne
Great flash by
flashing over
Nocturne.
into the Baron pit to save himself.
Very good flash by
2
Nocturne.
kills
If he
for
would have done
0
it,
for Harvard, who is trying to slowly catch up to Concordia.
great flash by Nocturne again. If he would have flashed a little bit earlier, Lee Sin would have followed him into the Baron pit. Looks like he's being a little bit too greedy for this blue buff. No, gonna go ahead and block it off. Bait in Cassidon. This Nocturne just has too much damage right now. Looks like he's gonna catch him. Yes, he does.
This is becoming a game of many overextensions.
Looks like Lee Sin and Cinder, they have that Bushwood, and they do not know. Cinder not going to get the buff. However, looks like they're going to go ahead and try to kill him. No! Janna ultimate saving the day. So meanwhile in mid lane, Ahri's taking them on 2v1, but seems nothing's going to happen over at that blue buff. Looks like Nocturne's just going to get the buff and walk away. Not burning anything. Gonna keep that pink ward alive with some Malphite pressure. Malphite building a lot of magic resist as the Lee Sin is going mainly tank, and Ezreal is just not having as big as an impact as he would like right now.
Look
So
at all
Malphite,
those wards from Harvard around the Baron pit, even though Baron now only spawns 20 minutes in.
just making sure they get the vision for roams in that one specific area. Dragon will be up in just a few minutes. Looks like that's going to be contested. Maybe the next big fight will be over there. So Leona's going to go ahead and walk around, sweep out a bunch of wards that she can find. Lee Sin getting caught out. Will they go in? Looks like a no. Ahri dropping the ignite, saying, "Go on, get out of my jungle, go ahead and base." I don't have time to deal
He
with
was in
this.
his own
Syndra.
jungle, so get out of his own jungle.
Syndra flashing, burning her flash for no reason, causing her to die with the Malphite ult. Nocturne paranoia going in. Leona with a beautiful solo there.
Harvard's team was very separated there, so they could not follow up. Concordia grouping up very well.
So Concordia is going to go ahead and push in on the inhibitor turret with the cannon minion. Looks like a great time. Malphite zoning out the Cassidon. They did happen to get the turret. Looks like Harvard trying to go in. Leona catching the Malphite, but that is not the person you want to go in on. Jinx hitting the Lee Sin for the last one. Super Mega Death Rocket gonna hit. Not gonna be enough with the flash heal. Yes, it will with her flash auto attack. And it looks like Cassidon's gonna go ahead and take down that Ahri. And gonna be
Nocturne
returned
is
back.
dominating.
Absolutely
Snowballing
dominating.
out of control. Syndra getting her
Looks like
side of
it's
the
gonna
week
be-
really well off. Setting free
However-
up Concordia.
Looks like it's gonna be a 1-for-4 Concordia. Dragon
And an
and Baron
inhibitor.
both up in 55 seconds, and an inhibitor. Not looking too hot for Harvard University as they're almost 10,000 gold down.
And they're getting their blue buff stolen.
So Concordia probably gonna go ahead and drop some wards. Harvard has no idea when this dragon spawns, as they did not see it die.
Well, they will see it come up, but I'm pretty sure they will have a rough estimate to when it is.
Right. Looks like Ari might get caught out here. Yes, she does. Looks like she's gonna go down at Lee Sin.
To get Ari down.
Lee Sin gonna go and take that out.
It looks like Concordia might be a bit overconfident, even if they are 9,000 gold ahead.
Absolutely. It looks like they're going to go ahead and get down that mid turret. A little bit of global gold. First turret of the game for Harvard University. Dragon is up, and it seems that they are... Harvard probably looks like they want to fight, but Cinder's going to get taken out. She has no mana, no health. In Ganks We Trust, going to go ahead and get caught out a little bit.
Jana using her ultimate to disengage.
Jinx looks like she is just out of position.
Collapsing onto Jinx, but she's surviving. 3 on her.
No, she will not.
Nocturne cleaning up, getting 1 kill. Jana escaping with her tornado.
Looks like Malphite and Cassin are gonna duel.
Yep. Nocturne getting a double kill. Malphite running away.
And the game has been paused.
And the game has been paused at the same time.
As Malphite Q and just pounds the ground and kills Cassidon. Looks like the Lee Sin DC'd as he was chasing around Jana.
Which would explain why he just stood there all of a sudden. Kind of sending a lamb to the slaughter, just accepting his fate.
And the Q had been already cast by Ezreal before the game was paused, and gonna go ahead and take out Malphite. Ari gonna go ahead and take out Ezreal on that. Looks like she's gonna finish off her ult. And between her and Nocturne, I think that's gonna be a pretty quick dragon. Let's go ahead and look at items again. Nocturne has a Trinity Force, the Warrior enchant on her. The Warrior, I guess that would be called an enchant. Is that a gem? What is this?
They're called enchantments, from what I understand.
They're enchantments. Okay, well, looks like he has the Warrior Enchantment for his Trailblazer. Very strong. Looks like he might be able to get all of his tanky items now with that Ruby Crystal. Might get a Black Cleaver if that. We will see what he decides to do. Gonna be go ahead and get 2 dragons. Malphite getting an Abyssal Scepter and a Haunting, guys. Looking like he wants to have a lot of AP impact. Doesn't look like feels like he doesn't need to be a tank for the team, and his ult is all the engage he will need. Ari has a DFG, Double Doran, Sork Shoes, and a Blasting Rod. Looks like she's probably going to go for maybe an early Void Staff, get all the pin out, maybe looking like she's going to get a Death Cap with the Blasting Rod, we'll see. Jinx getting an Infinity Edge with a Phantom Dancer. Gonna get her
clearing every single pink ward they can find. Gaining map control everywhere. And Harvard grouping up in the middle, defending from the super minion advance in the mid lane.
Looks like PvE is going to go ahead and push in on this inhibitor turret, taking a lot of punishment from that turret. I guess he forgot how strong it was. He'll be alright. He'll just
okay, he has 10 kills, a Trinity Force, and a well-fed Jungleite. He can do whatever he wants at this point.
Looks like Leona getting caught out in position. Completely no reason for her to be over that wall. It's like maybe a little bit of miscommunication, but overall that was a nice pick by Concordia. Looks like they're going to go ahead and do a 2-3 push with Jinx and Jana at top, while the rest go ahead and push in on the Nexus turrets.
And Harvard has to respond to the push on their Nexus turret, leaving Jinx to push up top for free, and she gets the turret, and now they can push onto the top lane inhibitor.
Very well done by Concordia. Looks like it's a hard game for them. Looks like Caston's gonna go ahead and go in on to Jinx. Jinx gonna be saved by the Jana ultimate, which heals her almost back to completely full. Leeson looks like he's gonna try to make a play. Gonna go ahead and get caught out. Ona gonna go down as well, and it looks like this is Concordia's game for game 2, or for game 3.
Game 2 for you because you weren't there for game 1, but
Gonna look like a
GG's
clean sweep.
being
The
called.
GJs. Oh goodness, Concordia University.
smashing the Nexus.
Looks like a 2-1. Oh, Cassidy getting the revenge kill onto Ari.
And
GG.
there you have it.
well played.
Concordia wins 2-1. Which brings Concordia to 5-1 for the season, if I'm correct.